Hi, this is Sue from the Mountain Canary Company. Ed wants to visit with you about feeding in the backcountry. Go ahead, Ed.
Howdy folks, good afternoon. Nope, good morning. It's still morning yet. It's feeling like afternoon. It's going to be a hot one today. Monty and I would like to visit you today, talk about one of her favorite subjects, eating. Many folks have called me, talked to me about feeding in the backcountry. When I have a group activity here or people come to visit, I'll talk about kit packing. Inevitably, the subject of how do you feed your animals comes up. Well, I'll tell you how I feed my animals. I'm going to tell you why. Several reasons. One of them is there's a couple prongs to this attack. First off is the method you feed with, what you feed, and why you feed. First off, the whys, the important parts of the whys. First, one of the things you have to remember and consider is you have to train for two things here. You have to train for the belly and the brain. You have to train the stomach to accept whatever feed you take in there to them so that the enzymes in the stomach function properly, or you will have a colic or possibly even a founder in the backcountry, which is a kind of an awful thought, isn't it? The second thing is you got to feed them to eat out of a nose bag. They just weren't born eating out of a nose bag. And you also have to be able to put it on them, because here you come at them with this object, a big hole, stick their face in it. All of a sudden they think I'm not going to be able to breathe. Wrong. You got to just work through it. Train them to this. Don't be a Russian. Train them in the backcountry. Train them at home. Okay, now I'm going to speak for a second about nose bags. I prefer the bucket type of nose bag. A lot of people think it's pretty cool to use the cavalry type, which goes around the neck and around the nose. It supposedly dumps feed right in their front of their face. Doesn't do that well. One. Two, it's really dangerous to go put it on them when they're hungry. Say, example, it's dark in the morning when you're out there getting ready to go. You stuff one of these bags on them. They start flipping their head, trying to get into flip the food up because it's at the bottom. Tough, really dangerous. This girl here loosened my front teeth one day. The other thing is when you put a nose bag on, whatever you use, you want to be able to hold it up, let them get a few mouthfuls before you go up there and put the straps on. Run your straps out longer before you put it on them, so that when you get it on, you can tighten quickly and get away. Let them eat. Okay, now, I usually use really good grade alfalfa pellets. I've used packer pellets, I've used taco, which is backcountry feed, I've used cubes. I like the simple, high quality grade alfalfa pellets. It's less likely for them to choke on it, I believe. I've had an animal choke at home on a little piece of an alfalfa cube. I almost lost her. I was looking for the garden hose stuffed down her throat, and after I learned I had to get her to drop her head so saliva came down, that loosened it up, and she was able to get rid of it. The next step was the garden hose, which is not a good thing. You could suffocate them. So, again, remember, get them started on that stuff. Plenty of time at home. How I do it is every day, when they're two of their meals, they get about a cup of this type of feed I'm going to give them every day, year-round. The alfalfa pellets is full of vitamins and minerals. Not going to hurt them. I throw a little bit of that. The rest of the ration is grass feed and sometimes beet pulp. So that's what they eat at home. And that's what they eat in the mountains. So their gut is alive and well. Okay, so now, how do you deal with this stuff up there? Well, what happens is I weigh out have a little cup, and I measure out how many cups it takes out of a bag of alfalfa pellets per ration. And the rations are running about 6 pounds an animal a day. More than that, when these guys, they tend to go to sleep. They've been working all day. The bellies are starting to get full. They go to sleep. The other thing is, remember, you should quit it. Oh, if you want more, no, you're not going to.
No, she's done.
So remember, water is important. Your best bet to water them before you feed them their rations, and then take them and offer water after. If they take it, well, you can't make an animal drink. So, okay, now, what I do at night before I'm sacked out, or usually when it's still sunlight, I'll go up, make up the bags, and stick them in a bear-resistant box overnight. That way, first thing in the morning, see, she wants more now.
No, she wants it off.
Okay.
Take it off.
Okay. Sue understands her language. There you go, Kim. So, next morning when I get up, the bags are all full. I don't fiddle around in the dark trying to do it. It's a little trick you learn there. Okay, now this is how we're doing it. And any more, if you have any questions about it, just give me a jingle. You'll find information on my website, and which is written all over here. And give me a call. I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. So if you like what we're doing, please subscribe. It helps other people find it. It's a game they play with us. And the second thing is, remember, ride as often as you can, but please, please, please ride safely, because I want you back here again next time. Marty says good day now, and we'd like to see you all back here later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.